If there's any guitar pedal that perfectly sums up all of this, it's gotta be the XS. Yeah, that was a little bit of a weird one, at least for me. First guitar had a little bit of distortion going into some quick chorus. And then I upped the gain and I flipped it into delay mode for guitar number 2. I was actually planning a completely different video for a completely different pedal, an overdrive pedal that's been on my board for quite a long time now. And my demo gem sounded alright, but it just wasn't interesting. So I grabbed a delay pedal for one part, and then I grabbed a chorus pedal for another part, and then I realized it's really the combination of those effects that's making this thing come alive, and that I have a pedal that's all about that combination. This pedal takes some explaining. It's a distortion modulator and a harmonizer. Now, if I'm reading into things correctly, it's a modern take on the Ibanez Session Men. That is the SS10 Session Man and the SS20 Session Man 2. These are fairly unique pedals. It's basically a rat-type distortion paired with a modulation type effect. That's the SS10, the Session Man, and the rat type distortion paired with a delay for the SS20, the Session Man 2. And each effect has its own set of controls, including a volume, and both featured this little switch right here to go between series and parallel. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. And I guess that's also why this is pink. So we start out with that fairly rat-like distortion. And the controls for the distortion are across the top here, these three, and then these bottom three of the triangle control the delay or the modulation depending on what we do with this bottom left foot switch right here. So here's the chorus. That's nice. It's not CE2 nice, but it's a good, strong chorus. Now let's flip it over to the delay side and see what we got there. And yeah, even with this time knob all the way up, we've still got a pretty quick cadence on those echoes and none of the soft edges or lushness of an analog or an analog style delay, but it's pretty in line with those early digital delays and certainly in line with what we got from the Session Man 2. But check this out. Yeah, when we pull the feedback knob all the way up, we get a single delay plus the fifth of the note that we played. And that's nowhere on the labels on here. So it's just another instance where it pays to read the instructions, or at least spend some time playing around with the knobs. Now, so far, I've been setting this into parallel mode and then turning down the level for the side that we don't want to hear. But when we plug a pedal into another pedal, we're running them in series. Distortion into delay, chorus into reverb, and so on. So that's what we get in series mode. So we can have that rat-like distortion going into chorus. Being able to put effects in parallel means that the effects don't affect one another. So we get a clean chorus plus distortion, not distortion going into chorus. Running effects in parallel can be a fun way of discovering fun new sounds from effects that you've used for your whole life. So, distortion into chorus, chorus into distortion, chorus and distortion in parallel. I know this isn't the first time that I've ever brought up the Electro-Harmonix tri-parallel mixer, but that's basically what's going on here with the parallel mode. There will be a video about this soon. I just keep redoing the video that I'm making for this because I want it to be really good. And it's not quite there yet. Also, I don't know if it's my own personal taste or the way my guitars are set up, but I found that I like the distortion level and gain set fairly low on here, especially in comparison to the modulation side of things. Your mileage may vary. As a special treat, we've got yet another little bonus that the session men don't have, and that's an expression pedal input to control this knob. So the delay time or the chorus rate, or when we flip this switch the other way, the chorus depth or the feedback amount. I really like using this to control the chorus rate, and being able to kick in the fifth with the toe all the way down, yeah, no one's gonna see that coming. At the heart of this pedal is this guy. This is a Spin Semiconductor FV1. It's a digital DSP that handles the delay, chorus, and pitch shifting. It's also capable of doing reverb, tremolo, as well as a few combinations. I've been dipping my toes into the circuit design universe a little bit lately, and this is pretty interesting because it's a digital chip that you can plop onto an otherwise analog circuit board, kind of the same way a PT2399 gets used in a lot of delays. So let's address the big pink elephant in the room. This is version 1 of the pedal. Version 2 of this pedal is smaller, it's a little more pedal board friendly, as the cool kids say. Plus, it lets us change the order of the effects, so we could have a chorus or that harmonized fifth going into the distortion. However, it changes this from bouncing back and forth between chorus and delay into being a simple on-off toggle, which might be what you're after. Honestly, I kind of like it this way. Quick point of clarification about that left foot switch on the version 2. It being an on-off means that you can turn on the chorus or the delay or the fifth independently of the distortion, which could be another bonus for somebody. Now, I'd say don't think of this as being 3 or 4 effects in one. That's missing the point. This pedal is the combination of distortion and chorus, or distortion and the delay. And it's pink. I'm just a sucker for pink gear, I guess. And like I said, this isn't the pedal that I planned to cover, but once I started getting into it, I just wanted to dive deeper. I've got a whole lot planned for this year. We're going to be trying out some new stuff, diving into some forgotten old stuff, getting into concepts and tutorials. I'm excited. I hope you are too, so please make sure you're subscribed, and I'll catch you on the next one.